All right, another week, another Loki video. Episode 5, we're almost at the end. There's one left, and this was Loki in Purgatory. And as always, spoiler warning, I get spoilerish when I talk about episodes of television shows. Not gonna be a play-by-play, but you know, some things I found interesting that are spoilers. So last week on Loki, Loki got pruned, Mobius got pruned, everyone's pruned. Turns out, yeah, this place is where people who get hit with those vaporizing sticks, they don't get vaporized, they don't die. They go to the set of The Last of Us where the smoke monster from Lost eats them. But Lokis are crafty, so there are a lot of Lokis in this world. Well, I mean, there's a few Lokis, and then they get to the Loki lair, and then another Loki shows up with a bunch of followers. He has these sycophants with him, which, gonna be completely real. That Loki is more like the Loki I thought we were going to see when the show was announced. I like that Loki. I was like, hey, you can go ahead and replace nerfed Loki, and then, you know, we'll have the show. And the show does a thing. Like, when Loki was talking, he was like, hey, do we have one of those quantum leap portal devices? They're like, oh yeah, totally. They're everywhere, idiot. But Sylvie gets her hands on one, and I was like, why doesn't she just prune herself? That's what oh, whoa, she did just now. Well, there you go. Cool. I don't know. It just made sense. I was like, are they not going to do that thing? And I'm going to bitch about why they didn't. Oh, sweet. They did. Awesome. I get to talk about how smart that was that she did that. And that's pretty much this episode. Everyone gets to this Purgatory Planet and they're like, hey, we have to get past Smoke Monster. And that's what they do. So when the quest of them like, hey, we got to get past Smoke Monster and find out what's going on, old Loki's like, we're staying here. This is our home. I was like, what, this shithole? I mean, I get home is where the heart is. No way your heart's here. This is it? Like, this is the apex? We're getting to the point where you might be able to get out and go anywhere, and you're just choosing this place over all. This is it. This is the Floston's paradise of the multiverse. I call bullshit. So that was weird, but I'm glad he came back to help. Then again, like, all he did was say, no, I'm staying here. And then left for a second and was like, I guess I'll help him. So he could have just been like, I'll go with you and help you. But dude recreates Asgard and distracts the dragon smoke monster enough for them to be like, hey, I guess we're super powerful. Let's link hands. And I guess they just kind of destroyed the smoke monster. He just popped. He just went, poof, done. Part the clouds like the Red Sea. Behold your goal. A haunted castle in the middle of the maze. It looks like a witch lives there or something. Bring on those Dr. Doom theories. And then yeah, old Loki dies. The dragon just comes down and kills him. Which in a world where I'm pretty convinced that Loki, like Tom Hiddleston Loki, is gonna die in next week's episode. If old Loki went out like more of a boss than Loki, I don't know, I'd find that weird. Taking Smoke Dragon to the face, or however Hiddleston Loki goes out, who has it better? Or, actually, just thought of this, because of old Loki's story and him talking about how he went and settled down and tried to keep quiet, I feel like that might be foreshadowing for Loki, and we'll think he dies, and then there's gonna be a post-credit scene where he's hanging out on some beach somewhere. Next week is the week where we get answers, and I hope we get it. Like, obviously we're gonna get answers, but I hope we get the answers to some of the questions the show just has. At the top of the list of things next week will definitely answer is why. You know, I'm looking forward to figuring out or finding out why. You know, like why the big elaborate scheme? Why, when you hit someone with the stick and prune them, does it not just kill them? It sends them to this place that looks like a set piece from The Last of Us, where the love child of the Langoliers and the smoke monster from Lost just comes to eat you. So that smoke monster has to live on souls, right? Like, eating variants must fuel something. What does it fuel? Because if you're just trying to eliminate people and kill them, there's no way all of that is more efficient than, say, a bullet to the head and a wood chipper. You know, there are easier ways. So there's that. Also, I hope that the other Lokis in this world get used. I mean, it's a ripe world of Lokis, including but not limited to that Loki that is in the thumbnail of this episode on Disney Plus's site. And we live in a world where if you have that quantum leap data pad, like Mobius did, you could just get out of this place and go back to the TVA. Why wouldn't he just go back there, gather up a bunch of those data pads, and then hit himself again, you know, like prune himself? Go back there and just hand them out to everybody. Like, here you go, Lokis. Here you go, actual Loki that feels like Loki with the election badge. Go back to the TVA, raise some hell. Have fun with that. And good luck with that, TVA. I mean, we're burning it all to the ground anyway, right? It makes sense to do that. So I feel like they should be used more in next week's episode when we find out the great and powerful Oz, like who's the one running the show. Mr. Flibble running the multiverse. I mean, I myself, I've had my ups and downs with this show, but in the end, the intrigue of who is in that castle, who's beyond the veil, who's running the puppet show, That's a really intriguing question. And it could be a really epic reveal. It could be a reveal that sets up this next phase of the MCU. Or it could be a throwaway joke. It's the MCU, we don't know. But as for you good folks, Loki episode 5, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or who do you think it is running this multiverse TVA facade? Bring on the Mephisto comments. But whoever you think it is, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to say more.